guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Rachel and I'm a mom of one baby girl that's 13 months old, and I'm so glad you're here. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe down below and hit the bell so you can get notifications when I post. Today's video is going to be the best 20 items that I used the first year of my baby girl's life. When I was looking for stuff to buy for my daughter, I saw that there was a ton of stuff and everything was super overwhelming. And so I wanted to narrow it down to about 20 things to help y'all out. So when you're buying stuff for your child, it's not so overwhelming like it was for me. The first item today is the Fisher-Price Rock and Play. This disclaimer, this has been recalled, but if you use the product how it should be used, there shouldn't be an issue. We loved the Rock and Play. She slept in it in the very first month of her life. We stopped using it after that because she got a hip harness because she had hip dysplasia. So that's the only reason we really stopped using it. We used it a little bit after she got her harness, but she started rolling over, and you're not supposed to use it when they are rolling over. But it was amazing. She loved rocking in it. It rocks on its own. It can stay on all night, or it has a certain setting. I want to say it was like 12 or 6 hours, and it also plays music, and she loved that. And then I didn't realize it at first, but it actually vibrates the chair too. You have to insert batteries into that part. But yeah, it was amazing, and that was like our #1 thing we loved. The next would be Pacifier. I don't have one with me at the moment, but I will insert a picture of one that Mariana uses a lot up above. She used the small newborn one from newborn until she started getting teeth, and then we upgraded to the 6 months plus. I'm probably going to try to wean them away soon, but pacifiers helped so much. She was a very colicky baby, and they helped with calming her down and helped her get a sense of self-soothing. The next, and this might actually beat the pacifiers, is a sound machine. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how wonderful the sound machine has been in our lives. Mariana went through a very bad, very long 10-month sleep regression, and this sound machine literally changed our lives. I was looking for anything and every way to get her to sleep through the night again, and this Dohm sound machine was amazing. I can't show you it right now because it's in her room and she's sleeping, but I'll turn on the monitor so you can see what it sounds like through the monitor. Okay, so this is the monitor turned all the way up. This is the monitor turned all the way up. You can hear it definitely. And it really helps her sleep at night. It blocks out noises. Let me turn this back down. It blocks out outside noises and noises around the house. My brother actually sleeps in the room right next to her, and he plays video games a lot during the night, and he's sometimes loud and doesn't realize he is because he wears a headset. So this drowns out him yelling or talking to the people that he's playing with. And we also have very loud dogs that sleep right outside of her room, so that helps with their barking noises in the middle of the night, because if you have dogs, you know if they're outside that they love to bark at anything and everything that walks. The next thing would be Newbie calamine teething tablets. They are amazing. I didn't hear about them until someone told me on Facebook when I was asking for teething remedies, because our teething has been really hard on her. They are little tiny, like mini tablets. They just put them in their mouth and it dissolves, and it helps calm and soothe them, and it helps to relieve a little bit of the pain. It's got calamine and a couple other ingredients that it helps with, but it's all natural, and it really seemed to help her. We used to give them to her right before bed, and it would help calm her down and help us put her to sleep easier. Next thing we use is the Johnson & Johnson lavender scented bath shampoo and lotion. We use them, all 3 of those, every time we give her a bath, and it helps really put her to sleep. I am obsessed with the smell of lavender, and I am into essential oils, and so I know that lavender is a great scent to help fall asleep. And so we use the bath. Sometimes we give her a bubble bath, so we put it in the water, and we use it as soap as well. And then the shampoo, obviously, we wash our hair with, and then the lotion we put on after we dry her off and before we put her pajamas on. And it really seems to help. It also smells really good, and we really love it. Number 6 is going to be any kind of teething toy, teething ring, anything in that nature. Our favorite ones are the baby banana. It's like a toothbrush, and you can use it as a toothbrush as well before they get any teeth and just clean their gums a little bit. She loved this whenever she was smaller, and she used to chew on it all the time, and we recently had it in the freezer, so it's cold right now. But she loved this. She loved chewing on this and just gnawing on it. And made her teeth feel better. We also have these kinds of shapes. This one's like a horse. We have a bear. We have a hand. We have just regular rings. We have ring shaped like a triangle. We have all kinds of teething rings. We put them in the freezer, and they help soothe her gums because of the coldness. And even when they're not frozen, they just have a little bit of liquid in them, and they're good to gnaw on. You do have to be careful letting them gnaw on the unfrozen ones when they have a lot of teeth, because they could be sharp and pop it open. That's the only thing that is bad with that. And then, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right, but I want to say Zoli. It's like, I don't know, we called it her lollipop. And it's got a shield right here to make sure they don't jab it down their throat. And it's just little plastic, just a little plastic thing that they get to chew on and on, and it's got ridges to help soothe that. The next thing, I will put a picture above because I don't currently have any right now, but it would be the Pampers diapers, the Cruisers 360. I know this will sound crazy, but they are a pull-up style type of diaper. You don't have to latch them when you put them on them. You just put their legs in and pull them up. We were kind of cautious at first because we were like, I don't know how this is gonna work. This is crazy. My husband was like, why did you buy these diapers? That's insane. But the more and more we tried them, the more and more we fell in love with them. And we haven't bought any recently, but we really want to start buying them again. So all you have to do is just get those 2 little feet in, stand them up, and pull that diaper up. So it makes it really easy. And then diaper changes are super fast because you just pull the sides apart and it comes right off. You don't have to worry about anything else. And they actually have this cool little tab on the back. If I can find a picture, I will post it up above. That helps you wrap it around. So instead of putting the 2 Velcro together on the diaper, whenever you close it, you just take the little sticky tape and pull it around and close it, so you don't have to worry about dropping poop on the floor or anything. Next thing would be the Moby wrap. Oh my gosh, when Mariana was little, this was the best carrier I could have ever had. It was amazing. It is just this long piece of fabric. You do have to learn how to tie it and all that kind of things, but it does come with a booklet if you buy it brand new. And she was in a hip harness for a while, so this was awesome because it was hard to carry her because her legs were spread apart like this, and it was very, very hard for us to carry her. So it was awesome for us to put the wrap on, and it's so large that it even fit my husband, and he was able to use it whenever he wanted to. And I went back to work a couple of months after she was born, and she got to come with me, and I would just put her in that, and I could walk around and work, and it was amazing. I can't recommend the Moby wrap enough. It's awesome. The next thing would be the summer bath chair. We don't use this anymore because she's too big, obviously. She can just sit up in the tub now. But whenever she was little, this was the best. We did have one of those actual tubs that they sat in, and I just did not like using that. I liked to put her in the chair more and then put her in the bathtub. Then I can have a lot more room to do, and sometimes we would take baths together, so I would just set her in her little chair and I would sit in front of her, and it just worked a lot better than having those huge tubs of water sitting on the floor and trying to do all that and hurting your back and everything. But we loved this chair, and it was the best thing we could have had. Our next thing would be a Boppy, and I know every breastfeeding mom loves Boppy, and so obviously this had to be in there. We didn't breastfeed very long, but when we did, the Boppy was our best friend. You just wrap it around you. It's like a pillow that wraps around you, and it holds the baby, like you can lay the baby on it. It holds the baby and helps them get closer to your breast and be able to feed easier, and you don't have to worry about straining your arms, because babies do get heavy after a long period of time. And if you're having a baby that is cluster feeding, you know how long and how hard it is to hold them that long. So the Boppy helps you have your hands free, and you can just relax more than you could when you're holding them. And if you're not new on my channel, if you've been here before, you know that I did an unboxing of the Jove Nook high chair, and this is the best high chair I swear we could have ever gotten. It is amazing. We love it. We use it every single day, 3 times a day, and it's awesome. She loves it. It's super comfortable. It's got a leather seat, a faux leather seat, and it's super easy to wipe clean. It's got a removable tray, so you can take off the tray, put it in the dishwasher, or you can wash it by hand, whichever you want. And it has a harness that goes over, and once they get old enough and they can sit up by themselves, then you can take that off and just have the seat belt on there. And the thing I like most about this high chair, almost all the attachments on the tray can come apart and you can clean them. And the tray moves forward and backward. The next would be the Delta Walker, and I'm going to put one above for you so you can see. We actually were a copycat. My sister-in-law had one for her little boy who's 2 months younger than Mariana, and we fell in love with it and decided to get it for her first birthday. So that was awesome. We had a walker before this, but we didn't like it as much as this one, and we wish we would have bought it sooner. So I wanted to include it in this video because I knew that it could be helpful. It has a ton of toys on it and noises. It's got a 360 chair, so they can move all the way around, and it moves in any direction. And it's really, really awesome, and I recommend it to anyone that is looking for a walker for their little. The next thing on the list is going to be a hard book for a baby. I have some of her favorites right here. This one is Alligator. It's got a little snapper on it, and she thinks this little snappy thing, especially the noise it makes, is so funny. And it's got just a little bit of words, and they're able to flip the pages on their own. My daughter has loved books ever since she could hold one, so she loves them so much. Any touch and feel book she loves that has the little animals with this. This one's called Are You Ticklish? I don't know if they sell this anymore. This was my little brother's book whenever he was little, and he's 12 now, so I'm not sure if they still sell it. But it's got all the things, and it just says a couple of words, and then it says, Are you ticklish? And you tickle it, and she thinks it's so funny when I tell her to tickle it, and then we go, oh my goodness, he's ticklish. They just got a bunch of animals and different feels, like this one's leather because it's a hippo. And so she loves these, and then it even has the crocodile feel on there. And then this one is Baby First Toys. This was her like first favorite book, and I'm not really sure why. All it does is have just random things with like one word in it, and she loves it. She just loves flipping through it and looking at the pages and seeing what they are. And my husband is bilingual, so we'll say it to her in English, and then we'll say it to her in Spanish, and it's really been helping her learn things. And yeah, but any kind of hard baby book, or if you can find soft baby books, they love those. And my daughter loves to just sit there and flip the pages and look at them, and so books will be a great thing to get your baby. I'm going to put a picture up below because I don't have it anymore, but a bouncer. Oh my goodness, this was heaven. My daughter loved it, loved it, loved it. We actually had a hand-me-down from my sister-in-law, but my daughter loved it, and we used it, and it actually doesn't work anymore because we use it so much. It's just a chair they get to sit in, and you can turn it on, and it vibrates, and it plays music to help soothe and calm them. And sometimes I would just put her on the floor in the bathroom when I would take a shower, and it has a strap to strap them in so you don't have to worry about them falling out. And so I would just strap her in that and take a shower, and she would be perfectly content until I got done. Or we would put her in front of the TV and she could watch TV when she got a little bit older. But this really helped her stay calm while I needed to get things done. The next would be, I'm not really sure what this is called, but I call it her fruit teether. I'll put a picture up above for you. It's made by Munchkin. It's just this little ring, and one end has a little mesh bag, I guess you could call it. And you just put fruits or anything in that little bag to help soothe their teething needs, and plus they're getting the nutrients from the food that you put in it. What I like to do is put frozen mixed berries in there. That way she's getting a little bit of that sour, tangy, sweet taste. And it's also calming her gum pain because of the coldness that it's helping with. We love this, and we've been using it ever since she was little. Whenever she couldn't eat solid foods yet, we would put bananas or avocado or anything in it that was mushy to help her eat solid foods before she was able to really sit and eat a whole bite of it. This would be an amber teething necklace. I can't show you this because I honestly don't know where it's at right now. I need to find it. But it's just this necklace made out of amber beads. We bought ours from Baltic amber, and they have a bunch of different colors and stuff, but you can get them from pretty much any other place. There's a lot of places that sell these necklaces, but it's just made out of amber beads, and the oils that come off the beads are supposedly supposed to help with relieving pain, kind of like Chamomile does. The oils next to their skin just help with the pain that they're feeling in their mouth. And I could have sworn people are crazy when they were telling me to try it, but I did, and it really did help. I really noticed a difference. Even the first 30 minutes she had it on, it was amazing. The next thing would be a playpen. The one we have is from Graco, and we used this whenever she started getting in her hip harness and she couldn't sleep in her rock and play anymore. It had a top part that you could lay the baby in whenever they're younger, and she slept there for the majority of the time. And it also had a changing table on the side that we used whenever we needed to change her diaper. And it also, all that stuff comes out, and it's also a playpen, like I said. I just put her in there when I need to take a shower with a bunch of toys and put on a movie for her, and I can get a shower or cleaning done while she's in that. And this has honestly been a lifesaver ever since she was mobile. And the next thing would be a pacifier clip. This is one of the ones we use. This one just has her name on it, and it has a little clip on this side, and you just clip it on their clothes and put their pacifier. Since we use ma'am pacifiers, I had to buy a ma'am pacifier clip to get this part, but you can just wrap this little string around the pacifier in any of the holes it has, and it should work. But we had this. But yeah, you just tie that to the pacifier, clip this on them, and that way you don't lose it. And if you have a baby or know someone that has a baby, you know how easy it is to lose pacifiers. So this was so great whenever she started spitting her passy out all the time, and we still use them today. The next thing is going to be a Boon Snug cup. I may be pronouncing that wrong, but I gave it a shot. These cups were great whenever she already learned how to drink out of a straw. We use these whenever we're going to other people's houses, and we don't want to carry one of her other cups around. We just grab a lid and a straw and put it on any cup that we're using that day. It's just a little silicone lid that wraps over the top of the cup, and it's got a little tiny hole that you can stick the straw inside. So that's all the 20 items that you can use that are going to help you in the first year of your baby's life. If you have any questions, please leave them below, and I will try to link everything below for you. And I hope you'd enjoy this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up down below, and make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so you can get notifications when I post. And thank you so much, guys, for coming to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.